What's your Tyler back with the retro reviews here on Tyler's Retro Reviews, and this coincidentally passed this yesterday. Which you know, yesterday is now I'm 27, is my birthday. One of the most infamous ECW periods ever. And I mean it for the wrong fucking reasons. ECW Living Dangerously 2000. You know, it's been a while since I talked about original ECW on here. And I'm not talking about the goddamn reboot that they brought in 2005 and 2006. Well, technically 2006. Where we all know. December to Dismember. Does that pay-per-view ring a fucking bell? But the last time we talked about it, the main company's ECW was November to Remember 99, 2 years ago. But anyways, let's talk about this. Living Dangerously 2000, which took place yesterday, was March 12th, which this is the 25th anniversary of this disastrous pay-per-view. Well, could it be disastrous as next week's review? Stay tuned for that. At the O'Neill Center in Danbury, Connecticut. So, yeah. Where do I begin? There were rumors. The rumor main event of this pay-per-view was supposed to be for, I don't know if it was supposed to be for both the ECW and the World Television Championship, but the rumor main event was supposed to be Mike Austin versus Robin, if so, for, I guess, for the ECW Championship, but however, RVD suffered an injury and he had to relinquish the television championship, which that match was out the window, and Mike Austin at this period is a double champion. And this led to a 4-man tournament. And why I'm using quotation marks, that those 4 would be Rhino, Sammy, and Super Crazy, and Little Guido. One of these 4 will win the television championship. Well, that 4-man tournament turned into a 3-man tournament because after Cyrus and Joe Gertner had their beef, like, seriously, if you thought WCW was so bad with the commentary around this point, well, no. Don Callis, fuck him. And before the first match, Steve Corino was cutting shit about Dusty Rhodes, which, yeah, that was a thing around this, a story around this time. This led to for some reason Steve went to Sandman's wife and they put her in the ring, and I swear to fucking guys, he was about to pull out his private areas on live pay-per-view. I don't want to get in trouble for what I'm trying to say. But then Sandman saves the day, and then Rhino gores him, and then Rhino gores Lori Fullerton through a table. And that led to Sandman being out of this tournament, and Rhino gets a bye in the finals. So now, with that shenanigans out of the way, in total of the night, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm not going to count that, 5, 6, not going to count that, 7, 8 official matches on the night, and yeah. So we get ready for the first match on this show. A Texas bull rope match. Dusty Rhodes defeats Steve Corino in a pretty terrible Texas bull rope match. I mean, Dusty Rhodes in ECW doesn't work well. And they fought in the crowd with the bull rope. Dusty was bleeding from the eye. And then the referee, this is another thing I didn't like about this. The referee was helping Dusty Rhodes duct tape the cowbell to Steve Corino's head, and then Dusty used a steel chair to hit him with it. Ugh. And then Dusty Rhodes fucking wins with the bionic elbow. Just crap, really. 3 out of 10, I'll give it. Terrible. And this is Dusty Rhodes' only pay-per-view match in ECW, because a year later he will go back to WCW at their final pay-per-view, and good grief. Although that final pay-per-view was not terrible, but still. Anyways, then we get the new Dangerous Alliance of C.W. Anderson and Bill Wiles, which is just a rip-off of the WCW Dangerous Alliance. ECW around this time was so confusing to watch. Defeats Danny Dory and Roadkill. A match that should have been on their television, their national television TNN show. Why is that to be on pay-per-view? 2, I'll give it. Anyways, next up, now, this was supposed to be just Simon Diamond versus Kid Cash, but then Mike Awesome comes down and gives them 2 options. Stay in the ring and... Oh, wait. Leave the ring and live, or stay in and die. Well, Simon Diamond leaves. And this led to our first of 3 championship matches on the night. For the ECW World Heavyweight Championship. Mike also defeats Kid Cash to retain the ECW Championship. Yeah, this match sucked. Just nobody behind Kid Cash is the number 1 contender for the world title. No, not why. It was this on pay-per-view match. 1. And afterwards, Jazz checks on Kid Cash, so she gets attacked by Judo and Gio, and then Nova and Che comes in, and that's another random tag match of Nova and Chris Che defeating Judo and Gio. Enough said. 3. I already talked about Rhino and getting a bye in the finals, so there's that. Then we got the only semi-final match for the World Television Championship. I don't count Rhino versus Sammy because that didn't happen. Super Crazy defeats Lou Guido to advance to the finals, and he'll face Rhino in the main event. Genuinely, this is one of the better matches on this card. And there. I give it a. But yeah. Super crazy game with Big Sal Hurricanrana. What the fuck? But still, it was a good match. A 7 out of 10, and there. Bulls wanted beats Kimura, which was a squash match. Then gets attacked by the Baldies. This led to New Jack coming out, who I didn't expect to be a DLC character in WWE2K25. Yeah, you know what tomorrow will be. Well, SmackDown review on the main channel, that is, but you know what tomorrow that'll be. But anyways, then New Jack hits one of the Baldy members with a PlayStation in the Family Jewels. Yeah, great product placement, ECW. Then him and Grimes, we all know about this. They go up to the scaffolding, and the most sickest thing I ever seen, and not in a good ways. New Jack and Grimes fall off the scaffolding through some tables, and Grimes lands on New Jack's face. Oh, that was disgusting. How New Jack didn't survive that? It's a fucking miracle. Good Lord. Anyways, next up is the second championship match tonight in your semi-main event. For the ECW World Tag Team Championships, the Impact players of Lance Storm and Justin Credible defeats Raven and Mike Awesome and Tommy Dreamer and Masato Tanaka to win the Tag Team Championships. In case you notice about this period, this is Mike Awesome's last last ECW pay-per-view until he moved over to WCW as the world champion, by the way. As he and Raven were the first team eliminated. Then the two Impact players winning by beating Dreamer, and they beat Dreamer and Masato Tanaka afterwards. This was a fine tag team title match, but tag team division at this point was just a mess at this point. 6 out of 10 I'll give it. And then finally, 8 official matches down. 1 more match to go. It was the tournament finals for the vacated ECW World Television Championship. Super Crazy defeats Rhino to win the vacated ECW Television Championship. This was a solid main event, but Rhino should have won the title here, but he didn't for some reason. Rob Van Dam comes out with a broken leg and flat-checks Rhino through a table. Then afterwards, Rhino and the network attacks everybody and then the Sandman comes to save the day, and the babyface stands tall, and that's how the show ends. Good fucking lord. The main event gets a 6.5 out of 10. Good fucking lord. What a fucking disaster Living Dangerously 2000 was. If you want to talk about more disasters, stay tuned next week for Uncensored. I do not recommend the show whatsoever. They get a 3 out of 10. And now for my best and worst match of Living Dangerously 2000. I give the best match of the show to Super Crazy versus Lil Guido. And I give the worst match of the show to Mike Awesome versus Kid Cash for the ECW Championship. Now I know a lot of people are going to say Grimes and New Jack, but it's not an official match. So next week is WCW Uncensored 2000. Yappa pie. And then tomorrow will be my SmackDown review and on my main channel. And then also on my main channel will be the second Joker movie review. And Sunday probably will do W2K25. But that's all I have to say about this show. God. Like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel right here, click the notification bell, and I'll see you next week for Uncensored 2000. Bye-bye.